Hello, 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 everyone. Let me give everyone a good old ham hi. Thank y'all all for coming back to Yo, You Like That. It's the talk show, that's a word, talk show where I, your host, Zarataro, the lovable VTubing ham, brings on amazing guests from the VTuber community from all over the world, in fact, because, I'm pretty cool like that. It takes a bit, I have to, like, get on my little, like tiny ham jet, fly over across the ocean, get like a new tree, a new set every time. But I'm willing to do it for y'all, the viewer, because guess what? Everyone has awesome stuff that they love and want to talk about and share with you. And I am willing to do the traveling on the company's dime for y'all. Thank you very much. We have an awesome guest with us here today. Let me go ahead and bring her on. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. There we go. Hello. We've got Hell Kitty Selena. Thank you.
Hello. Am I alive?
You're alive. You're alive. You're loud and proud in here.
I'm live. How's it going?
Going good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's a little small in here.
Little small. Like I looked for bigger trees, but they were already taken. Like the housing crisis is nuts lately.
Dang housing. What can you do though?
None. Little at the moment, but one day soon. But thank you so much for coming on. Selena, please introduce yourself for those who are uninitiated.
Hi everybody, I'm Selena. I'm a crazy foxy VTuber who tends to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And a dabble of Final Fantasy on the side, but it depends on how I'm feeling.
Yes, both are good things. You gotta love card games. One thing I like in Final Fantasy is that it's got card games.
It does have card games, it's just... It's not the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff.
Not Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, not yet. Maybe one day. Oh man, what if they actually put the Final Fantasy card game in Final Fantasy? It'd blow
Oh
my
my
mind.
god. That's on a different level.
That's a little too meta. A little too meta. But speaking of, that is what our topic today is going to be. It's going to be the Final Fantasy series.
Yay!
Yo, these
My
games are good.
favorite.
I know people may not have heard about it. It's kind of like a niche little franchise. Little indie vibe going around. But take it from us. Like these games are good. Only a few of them have come out. Like what 16 mainline titles now, and like 50 side games.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's loads of them, and some are really good. There's one or two that's like meh, but if anything, these games are such tearjerkers. I cannot count how many times I've cried at each game.
Right? Oh, they're so good. If someone would ask you like what is Final Fantasy? How would you kind of describe it to them?
It's one of those MMO, not MMO. There is one in there, but it's one of those RPG games where the story just drags you in. It just gives you wild vibes to it. I don't know how to explain it really.
It's hard to explain because like all the different games have each their own kind of like vibe and stuff. But yeah, they're like usually generally like RPGs, stories told in crazy fantasy lands with crystals and chocobos and
Oh, the chocobos! You can't play a Final Fantasy game without the chocobos in there.
right. You gotta love them. Except the Moogles, those dang Moogles. Enemies to hams they are.
You see, I liked Moogles up until 14, and then I hated the little
Exactly!
things.
I had to do so much work to unlock their race quest. It's like 20-something quests in a row, and it wouldn't stop. They kept asking me to run all the way to the next island. I'm like, oh my god, lazy assholes.
The race quests to unlock the crafting quest, they was hard, but then you get to the Dark Knight quest, and it's like, oh my god, can I just slaughter all these little things?
Look,
I'm talking about.
I'm not saying that like the naming ways are better, but the naming ways are way better.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Just dropping it there. Oh yeah, but no. Final Fantasy is wonderful. It's one of my favorite franchises. I've played not all of them, but a majority of them, and I have to say like the series is up there with like I think some of the best that gaming has had to offer.
Oh, it is. It's still racking up, coming up into like top 3 games each and every year, depending on which one you want to play.
And the good thing is, there's like a game for everyone.
Mhm.
What are like some of the aspects of like Final Fantasy that always kind of keep bringing you back into it?
I think one of them's the summonings. They
Yes.
do the summonings so different each time. One's econs, one's aeons, one's primals. Uh,
One's just summons. You got the Guardian Forces. Yo, let's go FF8.
yeah, that's true. And then the way that they make you like a Lucille in 10, is it
Oh
10?
yeah,
13.
13.
I was so tempted to get a Lucille tattoo at one point. I still want it.
It's kind of tempting, right? Like, it's got like this weird, like, kind of tribal aesthetic. Oh, Fang is so cool. I love Fang.
The thing is, though, would you rather have the Lucille tattoo open or closed?
Mmm. Oh man, I closed.
It's a difficult one, that
It's a
one.
hard choice. It's a hard choice. I don't know.
I think I'd have it like half open, just borderline halfway.
It's like I'm making progress. All right, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't rush me. Don't rush me.
Stop giving me that pressure. I'm doing it. Hi, Didactician. Hi, Raven.
Hello, everyone. Thank y'all for coming in. So excited to see all the new people. Let's see. So, I know there's going to be a later question, but I kind of want to like incorporate into like this like middle part too. So like,
Okay.
which one's your favorite?
Oh God, which one's my favorite?
Yes.
I've got like 3 that's super favorites.
Yeah, no, top 3 is even better. Like everyone's usually got a top 3. I love hearing everyone's top 3s.
All right. The first one, the one that comes in third place is one that people actually hate, which is 13. Mainly because I find that the story's good in it.
I like 13. People give it a bad rap because like of I think internet rage culture more than anything. Because a lot of the aspects of 13 are still like they're in other games like it's very similar to like Final Fantasy X. As much as they don't want to admit it, Final Fantasy X is kind of a lot of a lot of pads. Just saying,
That is true.
it's a lot of pads.
I
The
mean,
music in 13 is like heavenly. Like it is like I mean, especially at the time, like it was like some of the best music, especially like the battle theme, like da na 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 da
oh yeah,
na na na
definitely.
da na 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 na.
I find the character development in 13 pretty good as well. Cause...
You get really attached to them right away. You want to talk about like tear jerking scenes? That part with Vanille and Saz. Oh, my heart.
Oh no,
My heart.
that part.
Oh. And then you got like Hope and Snow, and then you got Lightning just doing her best.
And then you just see Lightning go from the hardcore person she is to such a softie near the end.
Yeah, it's like, maybe I shouldn't be so tough. Maybe the family was the friends I made along the way. I honestly I cried a bit when Sid lost like the cool knight guy that doesn't join your party, but he's always like every time this guy's on screen I'm like, yo, this Sid guy's really cool, and then it's just like, okay, I'm gonna fight you and then I'm gonna go away. I'm like, no, Sid, why? Ah.
Oh, I know. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 is coming in second. I mean, the way they've done 16 is just so epic.
Oh man, I've only done like the first part. So I still have a lot to go, but I'm very excited to see more. But yeah, everything I've played so far is just wonderful.
I better not talk too much about it because I'm still only halfway through it anyway. But the storyline, the characters,
Yes.
the tear-jerking moments. There's one that's gonna come up where I sobbed at so hard.
Oh man, I'm excited. I can't wait to do like every side quest. I hear like the side quests just add like even more story. That's
It
just
does.
like
It
hey, you like
does.
these characters? Here's more of these characters. And I'm like, yo, that's what I'm here for. Let's go.
I don't think I've got progressing on it any other way than doing the side quests along the way. Because not only that, but it also, if you know on how to grind a game, then you're gonna have to do the side quests just to get the level ups as well.
Yeah, no, I never want to be under leveled. After having trouble in RPGs in my youth, I'm looking at you, Dragon Quest. Yeah, no, I don't mind the doing side quests and the grind to make sure I don't have issues.
I think the top one, which I think you can agree with me. It does actually have to be 14. It's the online one, the storyline, the
14
game.
is probably the best Final Fantasy game without a doubt. Just the story, the characters. It's not my favorite, but only because like like I have a personal bias toward like the ones that are my favorite. But 14 is definitely like in like top 5 for me. As my favorite. But I do think that it's like the best Final Fantasy game.
Just the development, the characters, the storyline. It has more tearjerkers in it. It's just
It's got
development.
Alice, my best girl.
Oh,
Uh,
you can't get away with Alice. Eh?
every time she's on screen, I just love the big gay energy she exudes. It's just, oh, you're top. High five, girl. High five.
Just give me your Stola any day, and that's it.
Stola's also good. Mommy energy is just like, all right, yep.
Oh, she's the mommy babe for sure.
Yes.
But if we're going top 5, then Final Fantasy X comes in top 4.
Ooh, 10's a good one. 10's a good one. I think 10 is like the best hopping on Final Fantasy, to be honest. Like, if
It's
anyone
the
really kind of wants to just like get into the series, this is a good example of a lot of it.
I mean, 10's the one that I started with when I was 16 years old, and it's what hooked me onto the franchise in the first place.
Yes. And that's also like a really good story with like some good moments. You got
Oh yeah, yeah.
Waka coming to terms with his brother and his like crazy racism. Riku, it's like, I don't want to lose my cousin. And then of course Yuna and Tidus both trying to live up to father's expectations, the world's expectations.
And then they just run off into the forest, go for a swim, and then yeah,
Go
that's it.
go for a little Netflix and swim. I mean, that's. Hi guys, we're back. You are soaking wet. Oh yes, we are. I mean, yeah, we went for a swim.
He wasn't doing anything sus in the background. You can't prove
No,
it.
no, Cloud and Tifa totally didn't bang on that mountain. Well, everyone watched.
Yeah. Speaking of 7, that does come in top 5th as well.
Yo.
You can't get away with a good Final Fantasy 7.
Seven is good. 7 is iconic. People say that like JoJo Part 3 is like the iconic JoJo. Like FF7 is probably like the iconic Final Fantasy.
I mean, it comes in close with Crisis Core, and Crisis Core was an epic game.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever cried harder than at the end of Crisis Core. Like once Y started playing, or I mean, I was already crying like during like what is it like Soldier at Sorrow? Oh dang, I forget. It's like the slow violin that happens before Y. It's like I was already crying, but then like the actual song starts, the actual lyrics drop, and then I'm just like I'm bawling like a baby. I'm like, no, this is the best character in video games. Don't do this to me.
And then they just had to do what they did. It was like, why? Just
Like we wrote it like this like 10 years ago that we have to do it like this. Zach. Oh.
just let him keep going. Just let him keep going. Don't.
I mean, they kind of listened to us.
Yeah, we are getting another 7. That is true, and I'm
man.
looking forward to it so much to find out where they take that one.
Yeah, no, I want to see what they got in mind for the rest of this, cause I'm down. I'm down to clown.
Exactly. I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it on the pre-order. I just hope it doesn't make me cry as much as what Crisis Core did.
No, I'm sure there's gonna be a moment. There's gonna be one moment that kind of like just like captures your heart, and then like impales it multiple times.
They do it with every game. They know how to do it. They know it brings the audience in, and they know they can get away with it. It shouldn't be legal, but it is.
Square, you are accused of the crime of breaking people's hearts repeatedly, egregiously, and without remorse. How do you plead? Yoshi P comes guilty.
That man has so much success. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV wouldn't be here if he didn't try and reboot it up, and it was such a success.
Man, imagine being the guy that like saves like an entire game like that. Just be like, hey, I got ideas. Can I take a shot? They're like, yeah, whatever. And now it's like, hey, can we just keep giving you dump trucks of money to keep making games now?
I
And
mean,
and Nomura's like, no, what about my dump trucks of money? They're like, you'll still get your dump truck some money, Nomura. Don't worry.
It's why 16 is so good, because Yoshi P oversaw the development of it and created it.
I mean, he knew like I feel like he knew like even like on just like a gameplay standard. It's like, hey, you know what would be really fun if we do all these ideas I have, and you know what's not fun? Kind of what's out there now.
He did burn 14 to the ground to save it. You are correct there, Wolfer. And it was the best thing and best decision he ever did.
Yes. I didn't even realize at first when I was like when I started Realm Reborn that like the whole like cutscene at the beginning was technically the end of the 1.0 Final Fantasy 14. I'm like, we quite literally like all that land before it got destroyed and just like turned to glass. He
really was.
He glassed the whole game. I'm like, well, what about that old man? Glassed.
I mean, if you do some of the side parts, like the coil, is it Behemoth Trial?
Yeah, the coil.
Yeah, you do get to see the cutscenes with him, and then and I'm pretty sure the Phoenix of the summoner.
Yeah. It's this weird thing where
him.
like the Phoenix like incorporates him to help warn everyone. It's like, oh, by the way, Bahamut's not done yet, and then it's like, oh shit, well, we should stop Bahamut before he becomes a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, all right, I'm gonna go queue up for Coil Up Bahamut, and then there's no one in there for hours. And then you're like, I'm gonna go on Party Finder and ask people to help run me through Bahamut.
Oh yeah, it's like if you queue up for it normally, you're gonna be waiting like 14 days, ironically.
Once a week I would make a goal of myself. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go on Party Finder. I'm gonna offer two things. I'm gonna say, hey, who wants to get all 6 of their ponies? And then another day I'll be like, all right, who wants to run the Coil of Bahamut so they can see all these cutscenes.
Oh my god, I know, right? The hours of waiting just for that party just to fill up, just to go do it.
Yep. Good times. Good times. Oh man.
It's always good times.
The one that's my favorite is actually technically 4. Like I'm just in love with like Cecil and Rosa and Rydia, just the whole gang. Golbez being like such like the a dynamic villain, like a counter to Cecil. It's like so good.
It's actually one of the games I've not actually played yet. I do need to get it. I do need to play it. I know it's on the Switch website. I know it's on Steam. It's staring me in the face. I just haven't got it yet. Why haven't I got it yet?
There's no rush. I mean, 4 has come out in so many different ways. Like besides like the Super Nintendo version that when it first came here, there was like the PlayStation 1 version, there's a GBA version, there's a PSP version, there was the DS version, which was 3D and has like voice cutscenes, which I think is an optimal way to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have the Pixel Remaster version, which is also really good, a lot of quality of life stuff.
That is true. That is true.
My favorite bug in Final Fantasy IV is that every enemy can be slowed.
Can it?
Yep.
Oh, that's a tip for when I play it.
Yep. It was just a programming thing. They just whatever they did, like the resistance to slow, like most bosses have it like at 100. Nope, 0 slow.
Oh wow.
It's great.
That's some bug error right there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nuts. There's similar stuff in 5. I think the final boss can be berserked by a certain spell.
So it's like one of those things. So how broken is this game? Well, you just do this thing and it's completely broken.
It's like, surprise! Do you want to see Kefka kill himself? You use this Gauss skill.
Not Kefka.
You'd be surprised how much he feels bad about ruining the world. Watch.
Oh, the Kefka. Mind you, he is a clown. He deserves it.
Oh yeah, no. Kefka is evil. Evil.
He was a clown. I hate clowns, so... Go down, Kefka.
Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah, Kuja is a much better Kefka, because, he's just, a pretty boy.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely right on that one.
Love me some Kuja. Just looks so good. Long hair. Have you played many of like the kind of like the side games for Final Fantasy?
I don't think so. Obviously, I've done the pre-log ones for like 7 and that. But anything like is it 2.0? I think. No, I actually haven't. I've been interested in playing them, and especially the World of Final Fantasy one.
World of Final Fantasy
I
1 is really fun. It's very cute. It's got a little bit like a love letter to Final Fantasy. It's got like little like characters pop in and just like, oh, these are adorable. Uh,
the,
I'm a big fan
the
of the Crystal Chronicles series.
that's another one I'm interested in playing.
Yeah, there was one that they made for the Wii, which was like a third person like adventure, like almost like a DreamWorks movie style, where you're like this rogue kid with like telekinesis due to a crystal piece. He has to go on this like worldwide adventure to stop like this like conspiracy. Very few
Right.
people seem to know about that game, but it's a lot of fun.
I did try the little mobile game they brought out a couple of years ago, and it
Mobile
was
game. Oh, not Dissidia, Mobius.
that's the one. And
Yes.
I'm not too sure whether I liked it or not. It was good. It kept me entertained for a gacha game.
Yeah, no, I played the shit out of Mobius, I won't lie. I beat like the entire like story up until they did their 2.0 update, and then I kind of but it didn't matter because then they kind of like ended the game like not even a year after that.
I know, that was so sad.
But the Mobius had this event with Tidus and Yuna where they do the laugh, and then they make Wall, the main character, do the laugh, and it's nightmare fuel. It's pure nightmare fuel.
That laugh, that laugh altogether just gets me. So having someone do it to someone else.
Oh, I can't believe they did it, but I'm like, yo, I'm here for this cutscene. They also had an event where like Sephiroth and like Lightning fought or something like that. It was really weird.
Oh yeah, I did see that bit. It's like, oh my god, why? This is interesting, but who
But
actually
why?
winning the fight? Who if you was actually going to take them into an actual context, would Lightning win or would Sephiroth win? Because obviously we know which one's got the biggest sword.
Okay, so if it's like level 1 Sephiroth versus Lightning, probably Sephiroth, but if you give like Lightning all the outfits and all the powers, like Lightning Returns or Post 13, along with Odin, I feel like that could beat Savior Sephiroth.
Interesting.
But then again, I also like the hero struggle where they lose, but then they come back and they win harder. So I'm a sucker for that trope.
Oh yeah, definitely. I do feel like Sephiroth would be just way too OP for Lightning just to even try and beat.
He is very OP. That's kind of why I kind of wish that he wasn't the final boss of 7 Remake, to be honest. I mean, it was a very, very cool, flashy fight, but I'm like, I feel like thematically, this is really like not where we should be right now.
No,
Maybe
I know.
it's just me.
And then they bring him back in the movie, The Advent Children. And it's
Yeah.
like, why?
I-
Give us something different.
A lot of people I know don't like Advent Children because they're like, it doesn't explain anything. I'm like, oh, you watched the DVD. So then I showed them the Blu-ray one, and they're like, this is an entirely different movie. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh my god, I have not seen the Blu-ray movie. What exactly is different with it?
It has like 20 minutes of like extra footage, along with like them actually kind of explaining, like what's going on with Cloud, what's going on with the stigma. There's extended fight scenes for everyone, including the Sephiroth fight scene. And
Oh
even
my
Sephiroth
God.
has like an extra like monologue where he explains how this was all like part of his like grand plan.
Where do I get this thing? I want to watch it.
I think it's called the director's cut, but I don't know if there's anywhere you can like get it digitally, because I think in most places digitally you're gonna get the DVD version.
I'll check Amazon.
But if it's the Blu-ray version, then it's automatically the director's cut. So I do know that.
Oh, fair enough. I will probably more than likely have a look and nosy on Amazon or even eBay at some point.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. See where I can get it from. See.
I would offer to send it, but Region 1 won't help you, so.
Oh god, no. I don't even know if you can format a PS5 into a Region 1 these days.
I'm not willing to try.
No, it's too expensive to try.
It
It's
always is
literally.
kind of crazy though, like them trying to, or they're incorporating like movie stuff like into the game. Like, was it Kingsglaive or
Mhm.
like that's so weird to me that that's not like in Final Fantasy 15. Blows
That
my
would have
mind.
that would have made 15 so much more interesting. That was like one of the games I thought was one of the worst that got made.
Uh, I enjoyed it, but I playing it, I feel where everything is missing. I'm like, yeah, no, there was definitely supposed to be more content here. There's supposed to be more content here. There's supposed to be more content here.
I feel like I got cheated by just driving in a car for like half the day before you even got to a fight.
Oh man, have you read the novel?
I have not. I decided not to because I
So the
didn't
no-
like the game.
so the novel, what the novel does, season 2 of FF15 was going to have 4 additional stories, but they only put one of them out. Uh, they put out the part that has Arden, so you see like
Mhm.
Arden's origin as the king and stuff. Part 2 was supposed to be Aranea, and it was going to show her fighting against a diamond weapon while
Yeah.
protecting like the capital city of the Empire. I forget its name because they've got funny names in FF15.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, they do.
yeah, but then she also ends up saving like the granddaughter of like the evil captain guy, and
Mhm.
takes her in as her daughter.
Mm.
Part 3, Luna Freya comes back to life.
What?
She comes back to life, meets the daughter of the granddaughter of the captain, who's now like a bit older because of the time skip.
Mm.
She, her, and Aranea fight a sapphire weapon, and then she goes to the capital and she purges Ifrit of the shadow infestation, so that Ifrit will help Noctis against the true villain.
Oh my god, these would have made the game so much better in context.
Right? Because guess what part 4 is? Part 4 is Noctis, but the true story that they wanted to tell, where Bahamut's actually the bad guy.
Oh god, what? They
So Noctis has to use all of the other like spirits in the fight against Bahamut, while Arden takes the ring of Lucius, goes into the spirit world, and works with his brother and all the other previous kings to defeat Bahamut on the other end.
Square Enix, you need to remake this game so badly. You cheated
Right?
us. You cheated us so badly.
It's such a good ending, and it's like FF15 has like a nice sad somber ending, but that doesn't feel like it's tragic. Like after everything that they worked for and everything they sacrificed, that was the ending you get, and it's like, damn it, I want a happy ending for these characters.
I'm gonna start a petition. Let's get a petition going. Come on, let's get this ending that we all want.
Yeah, finish season 2 DLC for FF15. Do
Exactly.
do it, cowards.
You know you want to.
I mean, people will buy it. People get money at it. Just call it. Oh, wait. Call it the Royale with Cheese Edition.
Ooh.
Because it's already got the Royale Edition. So
Exactly.
Royale with Cheese is the extra. Yo, the market sells itself.
Exactly.
No, seriously, I will snitch on serious crime if Square would do that. Because that's a story that should have been told.
I would go buy it in an instant. Come on, do it. You do it. You know you want to, Square Enix. Give us what we want.
Yeah, finish the story you wanted to tell that you delayed for 10 years because it was supposed to be Versus 13 at first.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, 15 was such a mess. Ah! I feel bad.
I swear they rushed the game just to get it out.
Oh, yeah, no, that game was not, like, they did not spend 10 years making that game. They spent, like, 2.5 years making that game.
It doesn't even seem like 2.5 years. It seems like one.
It does feel like it. But the demo for it, the Decidue, the Decidue, I forget the name of it. There was a demo for it that came out like 2 years prior, and it was the part where like you go to fight Bahamut. So it was like they had that part pretty much like done, and then the game comes out and it doesn't play really like anything like that demo. Like I actually like the way the demo played better than the actual game.
Oh my god, they
So-
put it out.
Oh, the combat was supposed to be a lot like, I guess like easier for people to play, but it ended up just making it very floaty instead of like more like actiony direct.
Yeah, I mean the way that they've done the Crisis Core combat now and the 7 remake is what 15 should have been like for the combat system.
Yes, exactly.
And then you get
100%.
to 16, and that's where the real combat should be for this day and age.
We're getting there. I mean, I always do appreciate them kind of like changing it up every game.
I mean, I don't mind the play a turn-based bit on the Final Fantasy games because we grew up with that.
Yeah, but you know, Bravely Default's doing good, like picking up the slack in regards to the turn-based stuff. Like if you know, if people still like the turn-based JRPG, there are options out there.
Yeah, just go replay the games.
The Pixel remasters did come out for console, like everyone said.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone complained about, even though I'd said, hey, guess what? They'll do it one day. Just chill. Just chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out, everyone. Stop being mad all the time.
I know.
Everyone just likes being mad. It's like, no, don't.
Look, everybody can live peacefully. There doesn't have to be any anger.
But anger drives clicks.
It really does.
Did y'all know that FF16 doesn't really feel like a Final Fantasy game? Oh my god, I hated the every game's like journalism like had an article like that, and I was just like rolling my eyes so hard I could see into the past.
It doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game. It feels more, but it's so good.
It's got my chocobos and it's got a dogger. They want to start adding doggers to all the Final Fantasies. I'm good with that.
It's also got the characters where you get really attached to the most as well.
You get attached to some so fast, and then the game is like, by the way.
No, don't. No, if you're past that bit halfway through the game, then I'm gonna cry because that was the most saddest part. And I'm like, no, give me back.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to that part yet. I'm just talking about like the very, very beginning is already like really tragic.
Oh my god. Okay. So we don't have to relive that.
Well, like this is a roller coaster that has many ramps, many downs, many downhill crashes.
There's gonna be so many more roller coasters for you going forward with it. Once you get to the bit that I know, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I am excited. I am very excited. Let's see, but yeah, no, like we're getting FF16 just came out. I bet if not at Final Fantasy Fest or Fan Fest today or this week, possibly in October or November, they may announce the next FF14 expansion. Do you think we're about that at that point?
See, there's a load of different talks about going on if they're actually going to do a new expansion or not for it. At one point, they're saying no, they don't want to do it, but we are around about the time frame where we do tend to get one. It depends, because where can they take the story of it?
Oh,
now?
I have no idea. I mean, my guess would be like the other realms, but yeah, I don't know. But like Yoshi P says, he's got like 10 years worth of ideas in his head that he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's either they're going to do a new expansion or they may actually start working on the new online game if they ever do one. Because obviously we had 11, now we've got 14, and I'm just expecting a new one coming out eventually.
If there is a new one, it's got to play completely different than both 11 and 14, because 11's still going. That blows my mind that 11 is still going.
Half the servers for 11 shut down, because that's the one I started on for MMO playing. But it is still going. I was surprised. I actually went back and played it after 5 years of 14. I'm like, I played with these graphics?
How did you enjoy spending 10 minutes traveling between an area and the next area?
There was so much lag to it.
Oh no!
It was good. It brought some nostalgic feelings back. But oh my god, I just couldn't play it again.
I'm a little sad. Back in the day, they talked about doing a FF11 like story mode, but like kind of like the FF15 Pocket Edition for 3DS, and it was going to be like, here's the story for FF11 for people that can't play the MMO, and it just would have been a fun little romp. But then like they just never talked about it again. Silently sunsetted.
Yeah, I think they cut. outdoing that bit and just wanted to focus on the next game, but they should have done it.
Yeah, I'm still kind of upset that we haven't got the Dragon Quest X like offline mode for Switch in English. It's like
Oh,
it's like
I
like Square. Like, do you want to make Dragon Quest win in the West or don't you?
oh come on, just give us what we want. You
Just,
know what we want. Just give us it.
just release the games over here so we don't have to like buy the Japanese version and just suffer.
So the game's good. I like the game, but what the hell are they talking about? I don't understand.
Yep. Yep. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I hope I picked all the right choices.
Mhm.
You need how much of what item? Well, I'm never gonna find that.
You'd have to try and get a walkthrough just to try and understand it. But then again, would anybody even actually have a walkthrough in English for it?
One day people will be crazy enough.
One day.
I imagine probably like maybe 10 to 15 years in the future, if the world still isn't like completely on fire, or while the world's still completely on fire. Either way, I can't stop it. But people will go back to like kind of like how they're like translating and modding like PlayStation 2 and SNES and TurboGrafx games. People will probably be modding like Switch games and PS4 and Xbone games for like other languages.
Mhm. That is true. That is true. It probably will get to that point eventually.
But the world's gonna be on fire, so I don't know how helpful it's gonna be.
Oh, the world's always been on fire. We've just been blind to it.
We didn't start the fire; it was always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah. I wondered why it was so hot.
It's so hot outside. Y'all don't have AC in all y'all's houses either. I don't know how y'all do it.
I like going out. I like going for a nice walk, making sure that my head's clear, get back, and then I'll play a nice game.
Yes, everyone, it is good to actually go out and quite literally touch grass. Like, I recommend it thoroughly. My doctor recommends it thoroughly. She actually ordered me, but still.
I've touched grass before. It felt weird. I came back inside and I just wanted to go out and garden more. It was infectious. I don't know what happened.
It's like that was that Shamamalama movie, The Happening. It's like the grass just wants to be your friend.
It does, and then you start sneezing and it tries killing you.
Oh yeah, no. My allergies are definitely like I already like burned really easily, so the sun's already my enemy. But also all the plants and pollen and flora and fauna are out to kill me too.
This is why we stay inside, because the world just wants to kill us, guys.
Tell it to stop, please. It's not listening to me.
I don't want to run around in a bubble.
It's just going to reflect the sun even more. It's going to focus it like a magnifying glass. Ah!
And this is why we say the world is still on fire. Because it's literally burning us.
I don't know why that reminded me of like the FF12 summon. I don't know if you like played and beat that one, but like there's this part where like you can't get through a door unless you do a summon. And it's like, that's the only time in the whole game where you do that. And I'm like, man, this feels like the last time I'm going to see you, big guy. Because I sure as hell don't use you in battle.
I do remember that bit, and it's like, oh my god. Why put this bit here?
They had to remind you that this is an actual function.
I know I can summon. I know I can summon you, but you don't have to remind me so often.
But why would I whenever I lose my two teammates just for you? Sorry, big guy, but you're not as good as my pretty boy, my Han Solo and their Chewbacca.
That is true.
Just pew 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 pew. Have you Oh, good.
Oh, I was gonna say I do like some aspects of 12, but the story was so slow.
Story is slow. Honestly, when I couldn't play it on PS2, but the International Edition, whenever it came to Switch, yeah, no. Fast forward makes that game so much better. It's like I actually got to enjoy playing the game, and I recommend that version for everyone that wants to get their hands on it.
Isn't that the only game that had like 2 Sids in it?
Maybe. I know. Yeah, no, I think there are 2 Sids. I think it's like a family name because there's the one Sid, and then crap, what's his name? It's also technically a Sid.
The pirate type of guy who hangs about
Yeah.
with Fran.
Oh,
Oh
why
god.
can't I remember his name? Is it Balthier?
Balthier,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have like Sid like somewhere like in his name, then I do know he's like directly related to Sid. So
I think it's his son. Because I think the main Sid that gets talked about is his dad, the scientist.
yeah, he's the crazy guy.
Yeah.
Which in retrospect, now I look back on 12, I don't think they ever really solved the issue with those weird ghosts that wanted to control everything.
No, I don't think they did.
Oh man, wait, is that actually like followed up in the DS game sequel, Revenant Wings? Oh, I've never played it, so I don't
Oh,
know.
I only played a little bit of that because I got it for Christmas one year and I didn't get far with it. It was like,
I haven't touched it, so I don't know for sure, but I was very shocked. Well, I guess I wasn't too shocked because it was around that time that Nintendo and Square were doing like weird things like that. Like, oh hey, uh Kingdom Hearts on the GBA, uh, Crystal Chronicles and Tactics A2 on the DS,
mm-hmm.
like all that kind of stuff. Like we don't want to spend a lot of money to make them big games, so we'll just make them for the portables. That said, like Tactics Advance 2 is like way too much game. Like that game is like I don't see how that game fits on a cartridge.
It baffles my mind trying to figure that one out. I'm not that technical with computers, so I don't want to fry my brain just trying to figure out how they got a big game on a tiny cartridge.
We'll just say it was magic. It was just magic.
Black magic or white magic?
It's probably got to be time magic.
Oh god. Time magic? That one screws with your head.
But haste is so good.
That is true, that is true.
I remember in early games you didn't have haste. You had like quick. And
Oh
it
yeah.
didn't make you faster, but it like doubled your like attacks. It's like
It
instead of
did.
4, you'll hit 8 times. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I guess. Technically, I guess it's like a haste because now I'm doing 2 attacks instead of 1.
But it only lasts for like 10 to 20 seconds.
It doesn't last long at all. Oh my
Then
god.
you gotta have a minute or two cooldown. It's like, give me something that's better.
Blink was way better. It's like, oh yeah, get to dodge an attack. Just dodge a physical attack. I miss the days of Blink.
I kind of miss the days on 14 when you actually used to be able to use stone skin, protect, and shell. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I don't have to spam protect and shell anymore in dungeons. Wait, what is this? What's this magic that you speak of? Okay,
Tank, use your own stuff. Hey, Tank, adjust. Adjust to the patch, Tank.
they take them away and then they make unskippable cutscenes. It made me cry.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to sit in an MSQ dungeon for an hour. Just give me
Apparently, it's not. They changed it again, and it's not even like now. It's like a 4-person queue and then a trial boss fight.
It is. They have managed to make Praetorium into 2 different fights, and they've managed to make the Castrum one into 2 fights as well. But they have so much longer mod mechanics.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, no. I've spent many an hour on campaign MSQ.
Depends. Can you beat me on it? 7 years.
I started when Heaven's Ward came out, so you do have me beat, I think.
No, you beat me on the expansion. I started in Stormblood, but I've been playing for 7 years non-stop.
Okay. Oh well, I took a year off, so then we'll call it even.
Okay, yeah, we'll go even then on it.
I'm gonna go back whenever they do their anniversary stuff in August and kind of finish up some of the new patch stuff. But yeah, no, I'm excited.
I do need to do that. I need to start finishing off the relic quest because it seems odd.
Oh yeah, it's Hildebrand.
Yeah, I hate the Hildebrand quest. I hate them
What?
so much.
Aw. That's fair, though. That's fair.
Why? How does he get stuck in the ground all the time?
Because
How?
because it's so easy for them to animate that. That's all.
He's just walking around and his legs are sticking out some concrete. It's like, how the fuck did you get stuck there?
It's just fucking Looney Tunes. That's all. I just love that shit.
I admit it's funny, but it's like, come on now. This is like the 20th time you've done this. Can you not just get stuck for once?
I always love Gilgamesh coming back.
Well, the new relics is based around the Hildebrand quest, and it's interesting on how they've done it.
Oh, I'm excited to see. I'm already caught up on Hildebrand. I was a little bit sad there wasn't like anything in Shadowbringers for it, but I'm like, okay, maybe they're just coming up with new ideas, I guess.
They are bringing more Hildebrand quests out now. Each patch quest, it's like there's more Hildebrand.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, just okay. I'll do it. Don't expect me to watch the cutscenes. There's a skip button for a reason on some of these things.
She's like, I'll just wait for the patch notes. Give Hildebrand to her in a 4-coma comic style, and she'll digest it that way.
I'll read the comic. I may watch an anime if it comes out as an anime, but am I hell just gonna sit there and watch the cutscenes as well? They're either doing squats or getting stuck in the ground.
Oh man, I would elicit like some serious crime for a Hildebrand anime.
I bet you all they would make some serious money off the
right?
Hildebrand anime.
They just started a line of suits you could buy: Hildebrand suit, Vanderbilt tights. It's
Hey, there's an idea. The new brand new side game for Final Fantasy is completely all about the Hildebrand quests.
yeah.
Stick it on a gameplay, take it out of 14, and then yeah, you Gucci.
Make it a city builder. You have to build a casino to outdo your dad.
Can you do it? No.
Nope. No matter how good you do, something happens that just like ruins it, and it's like, ah, no.
Speaking of the casino pack, just give me my jackpot eventually. I've been trying for 7 years and I've never won it.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, have I even like won like a partial prize? I don't think so.
I've got up to third place. Third place, that's it. And then it's like, oh, come on, just give me the jackpot.
I've won a few like triple triad tournaments. That's as far as I go with that.
I'm hoping when they do the summer event that there is no jump puzzle, because God, I hate that shit.
Unfortunately, there's probably going to be a jump puzzle.
No, I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it.
It doesn't matter how many yokai watches you try to throw at me. I'm not doing it.
I'll do the yokai stuff, but not the jump puzzle stuff.
Oh. See, yep, we've pretty much gotten through most everything here. I know we talked about favorite game, but like, what's like your favorite like villain? I gotta know.
Oh, favorite villain. Oh, there's so many games to decide on which was my favorite villain.
It's hard to pick.
It's really hard to pick. I have to go with Xenos because he's so funny.
Xenos is funny. Xenos is a funny man. I love him so.
Sephiroth is just an iconic villain. You know for a fact if you see him, you love him.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say Kefka because I hate clowns.
Kefka's a good villain, but I hate him. Not one of my favorites.
Depends on where you play it, where you reverse him against. You do it in the what is it, 6? It's fine. You do it in the 14 trial.
Yeah, Mega Trials.
Get away.
Let's go. You gotta play that shit on extreme. Fight those statues.
Honestly, I think Seymour from Final Fantasy X has to be one of the favorite villains.
Okay, Seymour's a good villain. He's definitely one of those kind of like, yeah, no, I'm a totally righteous kind of crazy. By the way, I want to like unite with like the most powerful evil being and destroy everything. But don't worry, I had a bad childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no! How dare you? Stop that shit.
You just know halfway through it. You just know as soon as he kidnaps Yuna, it's like that's it. I knew there was something suspicious about you.
You may have helped me on that one fight and had magic that was a level higher than me. And you've got anima, which is really cool. Yeah, alright, let's run.
Summons anima. No, nope, nope. I'm not doing this fight. Nope. Let me get my own anima first, and then I'll fight you.
There we go. I always loved like the Nintendo. They had like the summoner on summoner battles. It's like that girl that was your rival. Let's fight, bro.
I could never beat her. I don't know why.
She's so tough.
You get some good rewards from beating her, but it's like, come on, how am I supposed to beat her with an Ixion when I have to summon my own Ixion?
It's really just down to luck. That's all it is. It's just down to luck.
Well then, I'm fucked. My luck is like non-existent, so.
I think because when you do those fights, you just got the summon, so it's not like you can just like suddenly like level it up and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. So what are maybe some stuff you'd like to see from Final Fantasy like going forward?
Oh god, there's so much where they can take it. Obviously, the current one that's out and playing, I would definitely want them to introduce more summons into that one.
Okay. Maybe like a side story kind of expansion kind of thing. It's like, hey, here's some more shit going on in the world involving all these.
Yeah. I mean, that one doesn't. There's no type of sphere grid in that one, so I kind of miss that. So maybe introduce a type of a better grid for it.
Yeah, I think Sphere Grid. I think Sphere Grid was like one of the best like leveling things.
Mhm.
And then make it the grid to where you can choose stuff. Like the Crystarium, you know, it's pretty and all, but it's not quite the same. And then you've got the weird FF12 thing. Don't limit equipment into my Sphere Grid.
Oh yeah, the chessboard type of thing.
I don't want to learn how to wear a hat before I wear a hat. I would like to be able to just put the hat on my head.
Oh my god, that's like 14 saying you can't wear this clothing because you're not the right gender. Just.
Oh, that still blows my mind. I still feel bad that the bunny girls can't like wear like hats and just have the ears just go through the hats.
Eventually, we will get the hats. Eventually, for the bunny girls, we will be allowed that freedom.
One day. I think, yeah. If I remember, Yoshi P is aware that people want to do that. So.
Yeah, it's just gonna take some time. I mean, it can't be that hard just to input a code for fairies to wear hats, right?
You try and like force the hat on it, and just like then causes the whole character kind of just like glitch out.
Just give us a hat. Give us the hats. And let us wear gender neutral stuff. I know they've started doing it with some of the Mog Station stuff where you can actually wear the opposite gender, but
yeah, they should make everything gender neutral. That way, people can have their femboy giant cats like I know they want to. I've seen y'all on Twitter, and I'm rooting for y'all.
We'll get them eventually. Maybe one day.
I'll stick with my dragon girl, but
I once got told they was fish girls, and it's like, how the hell can auras be fish? They're dragons.
very clearly they're dragons. They don't have scales. I know, not scales, gills. They don't have gills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, silly hamster. Fish have scales.
They have dragon scales. They don't have fish scales.
Yeah. They do look more like wyvern than they do like fish people. So I do agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a question that the chat would like to ask us, whether in regards to Final Fantasy or just in general? Feel free to put it in the chat, and we will try to answer it real fast before the ads start. For the next Final Fantasy, like 17, do you think they should kind of stick to this like more like medieval kind of style, or do you think they should like mess with the future stuff again? Because they kind of been bouncing back and forth lately. Like seven and 8 were kind of futury, 9 was classic, 10 was classic, 13 was futury.
Well, 16's kind of classic, so I feel like they probably will start messing about with the future stuff again. I feel like they should just maybe an in between like future and that. Just give us a modern type version.
There you go.
See how the modern type version goes. It could be light. It could not be light.
Last thing we want is people saying that Final Fantasy is trying to rip off Persona.
Oh god, trying to interpretate killing shadows in between summoning and econ fights. That's actually an interesting concept. I actually want to see that happen.
I am your shadow. Quan!
Right, you're gonna go take out this castle. Okay, I'll just summon Ifrit and then we'll just burn it down to the ground.
Yeah, Megiddo Flame!
There we go. Treasure obtained. Easy peasy. What's next?
Easy peasy. You burned it all down. The guy's brain's gonna melt. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's not a good person.
You can't change this one's mind. Just let's just burn it.
Just let it go.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Don't get me started on that one.
Oh man. So what do you have coming up? Let everyone know what you've got coming up as far as streams.
I've got a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh streams coming up. One is we're going to be rating all the Yu-Gi-Oh duel discs that's been released from OG all the way to the current series.
Oh.
So if you've got a favorite duel disc in mind, just drop it on my Twitter feed, and we will rate it on stream next week.
I want to see the people that are crazy and going for like the Ori Halcom dual discs, or like Professor Crowler's like weird chest dual disc.
Oh, we've already had a request to put that on the tier list as well.
Oh my god!
If we do not see Crowler's chest dual disc on the tier list, then we're not gonna be here. We're gonna rage and rampage. It's like okay, we're gonna put it on there. I can't say it's gonna be top tier, but
oh man.
And then hopefully next week we are going to be doing the Duel Kingdom finals. We've been going for about 2 months with that. Should I try to get the
Dokapon
top
Kingdom?
8?
Oh my god.
We have reconstructed Duel Kingdom. And the finals are coming up very, very soon. So hopefully we can get that going next week.
Dual Kingdom, oh man. Does the winner get a wish or do they get riches?
They get riches in prizing.
Yay!
I'm not telling Yeah, I'm not saying what pricing it is yet. I'll announce that eventually, and then hopefully, after that, sometime in August, we do have a charity event coming up.
There we go.
That's
after
the
August
big
charity
one.
event, make sure to follow, click Hell Kitty Selena in the title, and make sure you are following so y'all can get first-hand watches and lives on Yu-Gi-Oh and that charity event.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be good. Do some good.
Yeah, I am excited.
I am super excited for it.
And then as for this channel, we've got another Yo You Like That tomorrow. We'll be having Eldridge Grandpa on while we talk about Lupin III. So if you're a
Ooh.
fan of that antic-filled shenanigans of anime thieves, feel free to stop in. Also, tonight we'll be playing Ratchet & Clank 1 HD on the PS3. So...
Ooh, good old classic. I've never played it. My fiance's played it. He loves it. So good old classic right there.
I'm kind of new to the series too. I've only like messed around with it, so I'm excited to kind of finally dig my teeth in and see what it's got.
If you spoke to my fiance, he'd chat with you for about hours and hours.
Nice.
He doesn't stream though, so unfortunately you won't get him on the talk show.
Gotcha. All right, well, we're going to do a stealth raid while we bounce into someone else's stream. But I want to thank everyone for coming by to watch and hang out and enjoy the show. And yeah, feel free to stop in any other time. Selena, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure having you, and I'm glad we got to gush about Final Fantasy for an hour. It
Oh,
really flew by.
I know, I know. You talk about something fun, it just flies. Well, thank you for having me on. It's been nice. I've loved it.
Yay! All right, everyone, y'all have a good afternoon, and we'll see all y'all later. Bye, Q.
Bye, bye, bye.